It's not hard to be kind and empathetic.
Everyone goes through experiences, and it's okay to talk about it. And if it's overwhelming, sometimes doing something for other people will take your mind off of your own problem.
Welcome to the Dog Beach Diaries podcast, everyone, where every conversation is from the beach with people that I've never met before, and hopefully we'll bring you a mix of heart, humor, and honest stories from these unique, amazing voices. So sit back where every chat is unleashed, every story fetches a smile, and the best interviews happen with a little sand between our toes and a wagging tail nearby. Let's stroll the shore together and discover what makes life truly meaningful, and remind us all that we're not alone. All right, so I'm joined today by
Lauren.
And she is with
Candy. She's a German Shepherd, Siberian Husky,
Nice.
Pit Bull mix.
And why'd you come to Dog Beach today?
For Candy. I'm from the Washington, D.C. area. I just wanted to live somewhere different, and it was only supposed to be for a year, but seems to be seems to be the same story for a lot of people. I ran track. I played soccer, but I ran track in college at University of Virginia, I guess.
Oh, okay, go ahead. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, wait, let me guess. 800.
Close. I did run the 800. My best event was the mile.
Oh, wow.
The 800, I was probably my second. No, actually, my second best was the 4x4 relay. And
Oh,
then
wow.
maybe the 800. The 800 is the most painful race.
So just so everybody knows, that's a half mile. The 800, right? Roughly?
Roughly
2
half
laps.
mile. Yes.
That's awesome.
Once upon a time, I was an athlete.
Well, you're still an athlete. Just so you guys know, she literally is in great shape. So do you work out?
I've been working out like twice a week, maybe.
Oh, sweet.
That's about all I
Are you
get
a
time
lawyer?
for. But how did you know that?
I just guessed.
No.
Well, you were in D.C. and now you're
Oh,
here. So
okay.
I can sort of semi-put
Yeah.
things together.
Okay.
So it was a guess. Swear to God, never met you before, right? We don't know
Right.
each
That was a good guess.
other. What kind of lawyer?
I do mostly business litigation
Okay.
and employment litigation,
Oh, interesting.
civil litigation.
Okay, so if you had to relive a day exactly the way that it turned out,
Probably my 40th birthday on
Oh, wow.
on a boat
Oh, you were on
with
a
all
boat.
my
Okay.
friends and DJ. Yeah.
Okay, she looks 25. I just want to share that.
Oh
with
man,
everybody.
that's amazing. Thank you.
Oh my God.
I will
Yeah.
take it.
So what's your superpower?
I can fly. The ability to see the bigger picture at times.
Like what? Give me an example.
I don't know. I mean, it really has to do with reading people
Oh.
and situations and strategy.
So is there one thing besides sports that you feel like helped you the most, whether it was a person or something you've been through that now helps other people?
I can speak on sports helping me. I mean,
Yeah, right.
you know, it's very,
Like how to get through things.
yeah, you know, no one bats 100%, or so they say. And you know, it's the same thing at work. Like, win some hearings, feel great about yourself, lose and feel not so great, but you can't be too affected by the ups and downs. You have to remain pretty on an even keel and balance, which is easier said than done. But I do think sports helped with that.
Help with that, yeah.
I was pretty self-motivated. I
you
would
were, yeah.
decide what I wanted to do and just do it.
You come from a family of lawyers?
Nope. Yeah, my parents.
They play sports?
Yeah, I do come from a family of athletes.
wow.
Everyone, my family was a pretty good athlete.
Anyone else play college ball?
No,
Oh, okay. You have brothers?
I have one brother.
Okay. So he was like the traditional, like kick your butt,
He
like competitive.
did the opposite. I was swimming, soccer, running. He was baseball, basketball, golf.
Oh, dang.
He
That's
also
neat.
swam, but he,
That's cool.
you know, but not too seriously like I did.
Right on. So
Yeah.
if you could have dinner with one person, past or present, dead or alive, that you never met before, who would you have dinner with?
Ooh, past or present, dead or alive. I don't know. I used to say like Jack Nicholson because I
Oh,
always
wow.
kind of wanted to, but I don't know if that's really true now. That was for a long time. That would have been my answer. I guess I'll still go with that because I always thought he would be
A
fun.
cool guy to sit
Yeah.
down.
Oh, Charlie Sheen.
Oh,
Actually, that's my
definitely
new
Charlie
one.
Sheen. Oh, yeah, there you go.
That's the one.
Nice.
I think he's hilarious. He
Yeah, he
runs
is funny.
circles around everyone that.
It's been through a lot, too.
Yeah, everyone that interviews him is just hilarious. He just truly does not care.
Yeah.
well, it's because of people like him and people in sports and entertainers and a lot of people in society now talk about mental health because it's not as taboo as it used to be. So I think that's amazing.
Well, I'll give you an example. So I've had 6 dads. 2 of my dads killed themselves. So I talk a lot about mental health on my podcast. It doesn't have to be that deep, but, just something that, you learn from or ended up being a blessing in disguise, something like that. What's your best advice for people out there for going, because mental health has been at least talked about more lately, whether it's like our curriculum in general or just how people should approach life, best advice?
Yeah, I think learn from your mistakes and then let it go. It's a way easier said than done, but it's like you only get one life that we know of, and and 1,440 minutes
right
in your day. So
168
don't let,
hours in a week.
And I would say reclaim your time. Don't feel guilty about telling people no. I love telling people no. Now it's amazing.
Totally, that's cool.
And I think it took me a while though, and I think for a lot of people struggle with that, and they would feel a lot better if they just got to the point where they were able to do that for themselves.
Well, it's funny. You listen to Mel Robbins?
I have.
Yeah. So Mel had this guest, Dr. Russ Kennedy. So he's the anxiety doctor. Do you have anxiety?
I think everybody gets anxiety.
Not normal
sometimes.
Anxiety, but just like distorted thinking where it like spirals, or you have.
I think I have periods of acute anxiety, usually brought on by work stress.
Yeah, normal stress.
I don't.
How do you handle it? You like meditate?
Yoga, getting outside, walking, meditation or prayer. I think I try to focus on self-care because that easily goes by the wayside when you get too in your mind and start spinning out on something. So, and then I think just perspective, trying to regain. I think about my family and about people I love, and the fact that it's not the end of the world, for example, if I don't live up to my own expectations. Again, easier said than done though.
Oh, it is. So one of the things that she said with one of her guests was one of the hardest things to do is to say no or let go of, for example, in a relationship, you're with a good person, but they're not for you.
Yes.
It's easy if they're an a-hole and still hard.
I'm not good at that.
You're not, okay.
I'm not good at the letting go of
letting
people.
go part? Yeah.
That's hard.
It is hard. Well, you can tell you're like a mix of an old soul and a passionate person, and you understand when you're giving everything to something, you don't want to give up on it. Yeah,
it's just a sad thing, because
sad.
at the same time, I've been at the point before where it's like I feel stuck and like I need to move on, and so it's been.
So what do you do in that moment though? Do you go to therapy?
Yeah, usually it will take me. I mean, I've had relationships where it took me like 2 years to break up with the person, and I still loved that person, but
of course, But you knew. Did you know early on?
I knew.
But you kept going.
I knew, but I didn't know if that makes sense. Obviously knew on some level because I wanted to start talking about it with the therapist and start like thinking about it. I started to imagine it, right? And then feel that sadness and feel that maybe I could do it, maybe I couldn't,
right.
And then.
What are your non-negotiables now?
Non-negotiables.
You got a top 3?
Well, you mean other than like the obvious, like trust or?
Yeah, like my non-negotiable would be spiritual. I think.
Okay.
Some people obviously could be Jesus. It could be trust. Obviously, there's things that people say will guarantee more success versus other characteristics. Based on your experiences.
I don't know. For me, it
has
a lot to do with being clean. That's one thing I can't. And I can't be with someone who is having a bunch of money problems. Like
right.
I grew up in a family where my father was really good with money. It is like the number one thing that'll just kill any sort of attraction.
Yeah.
Like you're a man and you're like can't take care of your money. I'm out.
I get it. Okay, so that's one.
That is probably the biggest one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the spiritual thing is a non-negotiable, although I think that I'm in a relationship right now, and that person is like, I just don't know, like not opposed to it.
Agnostic.
Just not really, doesn't really think about it. Right?
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, if that relationship was to end, I probably would be more interested in being with someone that's more spiritual. But it's obviously not a non-negotiable for me.
Right.
Probably not. Probably also dogs. I mean, if you don't like dogs, then you're out. Well, because I love animals, so I couldn't, you know, and it's fine. I know I have friends. I mean, one of my girlfriends I'm going to see later today does not like animals. It's not that she doesn't like them. It's like she does not like to be around them. She's allergic to every single one of them with hair.
Right, that makes sense.
So, but I think in terms of a relationship, how would I be with someone who didn't like dogs, you know, when it's such a big part of my life?
Totally. Good job, buddy. You're doing a good job today.
You're a good girl. Are you a good girl? Hi, Jordan.
All right, anything else? Any last words of wisdom? Any other non-negotiables?
Those are the ones that I can think about right now.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully, I'll have scaled my business to the point that I would like to, and we'll be hiring more people and have more financial freedom and more freedom to do the things that I love and to spend time with the people that I love, because it's really all about that.
It is. Once
you know,
we
at
get
the end
to
of the
where
day,
we are,
we're all going to die one day. I mean,
for
it's
sure.
inevitable. And so the time we have here is precious, and work is obviously necessary, but it doesn't need to be, it's not the most important thing. Yeah.
Right on.
Even if it feels like that sometimes.
That was amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for joining us today in this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time on the Dog Beach Diaries.
And to everybody out there, if you're going through it, just remember you're not alone. You can always dial 988. It is a free phone call, and the world is absolutely a better place with you in it. And finally, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Don't be afraid to ask for help, everybody. No journey is walked alone. Strength comes in many forms, and reaching out for help is a true act of bravery. Stay positive, keep supporting each other, and we'll see you next time at the beach for the Dog Beach Diaries.